I always give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch.
Hey Lifer Tribe, welcome to another video, Living Life with your girl Stae, Wegovy edition. And if you are new to the channel and you just stumbled by us because you are on that Wegovy journey and you're looking for a little extra support or information along the way, or if you're considering Wegovy and you just wanted to see what someone else thought and what their journey has been, or if you just happen to stumble across us because you're on any type of weight loss or life journey, thank you so much for being here. And since you're here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming a permanent part of the Lifer Tribe because you're going to love it here. And so today is the official start of week 2 on Wegovy. And so just in case this is your first Wegovy video with me, I'll just give you a brief recap of the first week. For more details, there are previous videos. But the first week was pretty good. Not a whole lot to say, in a good way. Had very minimal side effects, meaning the only side effect I can really attribute to Wegovy is dry mouth, because I've never had dry mouth before. And so I definitely believe that is because of the Wegovy that I'm experiencing that. But even though it's not the most comfortable, it's actually a little weird. I always feel like my lips are sticking to my teeth. However, it makes me want to drink more water, which is a good thing. So with all of the minor side effects that you can have, including the nausea, the constipation, diarrhea, I'm good with the dry mouth. Have not at this point experienced any others. I am down 6 pounds officially as of this morning, and I am on the 0.25 milligram dosage. Let's see if that's gonna focus for y'all, because it's pretty bright in here. I'm just using the natural Texas light, but it is bright. I don't think it's gonna focus. Y'all gonna believe me? It's 0.25. Trust your girl. It's 0.25. But yeah, so it is right now about 5:35 p.m. I'm about to take my Wegovy shot, and I'm feeling good about it. My appetite has been suppressed. I'm down to 6 pounds, no real side effects. So in my book, winning. Didn't do a whole lot of exercise last week because, as you can probably hear, I came down with some sort of crud. At first, I thought that it may have been a Wegovy side effect, only because as I was doing my research before I started my injections, I did run across just one person that said that like 3 days into their Wegovy, they got some extreme cold type symptoms, cold and flu type symptoms. So I thought, oh, well, maybe that's a newer side effect that really hasn't been identified. But then my husband came down with the same type of crud like a day or two after me. So I'm like, yeah, we just got a regular old spring cold, cough, flu type of thing. So as you can see by the couch, my blankets here, been doing a lot of laying around, but it hasn't really put me down, but it has made me feel a little more fatigued, taking a couple of naps, and, you know, just not really feeling like getting out and walking. And then I'm also not sure if it might be allergy induced as well. So haven't been getting out and walking, haven't been doing much exercise, but I still dropped the pounds. But I do intend that as soon as this stuff starts to clear up, I want to put a little bit of more activity into my routine. I definitely don't want this just to be weight loss where I'm also losing muscle mass. So I have plans to do weight training, resistance training, things like that. And so I'm hoping to incorporate that within the next couple of days, as I feel like I'm probably on the tail end of whatever this is. My eating, I've been practicing my 1 meal a day, and it has not been difficult. I've been maybe doing a protein shake before my meals, but I've only done that like 2 days. I have broken my fast with coffee as well, but as far as actually sitting down with a meal, it's just been once a day, and it's basically just been a protein and some vegetables. And that's all I've really wanted. That's all I've really needed. I have absolutely no cravings for anything ridiculous. absolutely no taste for alcohol. So over this past 7 days, there's been no alcohol, no cocktails, no wine, and I actually just don't have a taste for it. And so that can also be a good side effect as well, because I've heard a lot of people say that. And even though we all like the occasional cocktail, having no taste for it is definitely better than overindulging. And I've even seen where some people have decided to skip their shot like the week that they're going on vacation or whatever, because they want to be able to have the cocktails and be social, and the Wegovy just doesn't allow them to even have the desire to do that. So we shall see. I don't have any big trips planned, nothing where I really feel like it's worth skipping my shot to have a cocktail, but when I do actually go on vacation, I may consider doing that. But anywho, today is injection day, and so I am going to be switching injection sites throughout this process. And I thought I was going to switch injection sites this week, but I decided not to because I don't feel like I injected it correctly and in the right spot in my abdomen last week, and the abdomen is where I chose. And so I'm the type of person that I research all the way through. So like, I don't just research in the beginning and start doing a thing and then stop my research. No, because I want to be a forever learner. And I also realize that, especially when I'm doing my research based off of real people's experiences and not just reading the pamphlet that comes with the medication, people have different things to lend. And what I've learned is I injected in my abdomen, but more towards the side, when I'm hearing that a lot of people get better results when they do it closer to the belly button. So that's what I'm going to do today. Like, not directly in your belly button, but just closer to that circumference around the belly button, where I feel like I went a little more to the side. And so today, I'm not going to inject myself on camera today. I did do that in the first week, but I feel like the camera was too distracting for me as well. And I think that's maybe why I didn't inject it correctly, in my opinion. I don't know. I was just really nervous. Like, did I really fully inject it? Did I get the medication? But I realized I did, because my appetite and everything did change for the week and I did lose the weight. But I'm not a multitasker, y'all. I'm really not. And whenever I change locations, like to my arm or my leg, my thigh, because those are the suggested places, the abdomen, the back of the arm, or your thighs. And then, of course, either arm, either thigh, either side of the abdomen. And so when I change locations, body parts, I may do it again. But yeah, I was too distracted. I was trying to look at this, plus look at the camera, make sure everything was in focus. And I just was not confident that I had done it correctly. But just to let y'all know, the way this works, the Wegovy comes in 4 doses per box. I also have a whole unboxing video, and so you can check that out as well. But it comes with 4 pens to a box per your dosage. So again, I'm on the 0.25. The pen has this little clear window, and the medication's in there. You can kind of see the bubble and the medication in there, and that's how you know that this pen is full and unused. When you use the Wegovy, this pen is going to fill up with like a yellow type of mechanism that actually, it looks like what is pushing the medication out of the pen. This cap is what you remove. The needle is inside of here. And so you don't have to push anything to inject the medication. Like, there's no pump or button. You actually push this whole pen into the injection site, and it will click, and then that yellow pump type of thing will push the medicine into your body, and then it'll click again. That's when you know the medication is dispensed, and then you just hold it for a few more seconds and remove the pen, and then you know you have the medication. And so another thing that kind of had me worried last week is that I got no bleeding at all. Now, I'm not trying to scare y'all with bleeding. It's not like you're going to be bleeding profusely as if you have actually stabbed yourself with some kind of samurai sword. It's just that little droplet of blood. But I also saw that several people don't get that, but that was something that had me nervous last week. Like, oh my gosh, did I even inject it? And my husband kept saying, clearly you injected it. The yellow thing is in there. It's not like, you know, the pen is wet, your skin's not wet, so the medication had to go somewhere, so surely you injected it. But again, just to not be distracted and have those type of worries, I just decided I'm not going to do it on camera. And I'm sure y'all have listened to me long enough with this nasal, cruddy voice. So I'm going to let y'all go for today. But I will continue to take you on the journey this week, let you know what I do differently, what I've implemented, the different changes that I see, if I have any new symptoms. I'm also wondering if I'm going to continue to titrate up in the dosages right away, because if you saw my unboxing and where I told the story of the beginning of my journey, I had an issue with getting the Wegovy. So when I finally got the Wegovy, they sent me 3 months worth of the 0.25. And typically doctors will move you up a dosage every single month. But they just sent me 3 of the lowest dosage just because there is a shortage. And in case I wasn't able to get it next month, they wanted to make sure that I had enough. However, everybody is different and everybody's body is different and responds to their medications differently. And in my research, I've just noticed that some people thrive on one dosage and they're good and they're losing week after week. And so is there really a need to titrate up if you're doing good and you're losing on that dosage? And it's not necessarily about losing the weight so fast. You do want to lose it healthily and just kind of use this as an aid. I've also saw where people are doing good and they're losing, and then when they move up on their dosage, that's when they start having the side effects. So I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. Losing 6 pounds in 1 week is major. If I get anything similar to those same results in the upcoming weeks on the 0.25, then I'll probably just stay on the 0.25 at least for this whole 3 months and maybe beyond. Because again, if I'm getting the results of 5 to 6 pounds per week, I can't really ask for more than that, and nor do I really want more than that, because other things that can start to happen if you lose weight too quickly is you can start losing hair and just different things like that, because your body, even though it wants to lose the weight, it still wants to kind of do it at a slower pace to give all parts of your body the time to adjust. So just wanted to kind of put that out there as something that if you're just starting this journey or considering the journey, take that into consideration. Do your research and listen to your body, and don't automatically just change dosages just because that's kind of how they do it. If you are thriving on that dosage, if you're seeing results, don't feel like you automatically have to switch to a higher dosage. And again, this is me kind of speaking about it ahead of time, because I don't know what my results are going to be this week, but I just wanted to be completely transparent with y'all that we may or may not continue to move up depending on the type of results that I get. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and inject it. And again, I'm just going to do it closer to my belly button and not over to the side. And I will pick y'all up as this week progresses and let you know how things go. All right, y'all, I just did the injection and I figured I'd just jump back on real quick just to show you what the pen looks like when you're finished. And so now that little window is no longer clear. You have the yellow band or bar in there, which moves across and pushes in the medication. And so once it's like this, then you know the medication has been dispensed. Or if you happen to receive a pen like this, you know that the medication is not in there and this pen has already been used, or it's just faulty or whatever. And so, and then the injection thing will not, move. It won't release the needle if it's that way. So yeah, just wanted to show y'all. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the day after the second injection of Wegovy. And I weighed myself this morning and I am up a ½ pound. I ain't do nothing wrong yesterday. I ate fine yesterday, and I'm still grateful because that still means I've lost 5.5 pounds. But it's just funny that I was up a pound the day after my first shot as well, and this time up a ½ pound. So I don't know if that's just a little thing that's going to happen with me, but I'm not discouraged at all. Still fighting this cold or whatever. But I wanted to share a couple of little things with y'all that I realized that I hadn't shared. So I'm just going to share things with y'all just randomly as I think about it. But if you do have like a sweet tooth or whatever at all, Tic Tacs is a great snack. I'm a candy person. Like, I'm not a cookies, a pie, and cake type person, but I do like candy every once in a while. And so I have just been doing Tic Tacs, and they're 0 calories and they're just sweet enough. I just have a couple of Tic Tacs and I'm good to go. And they have all these new flavors of Tic Tacs now too. I really love the Sprite, but they have a lot of new flavors, and the Sprite one actually gives you a little fizz when you chew it. And yeah, like, I was a Pop Rocks kid. I love stuff with fizz. So yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that. And there was something else I thought about, like in the middle of the night. I'm like, hey, I ain't tell the lifers about this little, I don't know. Y'all know how it is. Whenever I think about it, I'll tell y'all. But yeah, I'm up 1/2 pound today, and I'm just getting ready to eat a little something. It is about, let me see, what time is it? 2:51. I don't know why I'm always trying to show y'all stuff, knowing this bug ain't gone. But it's 2:51. Believe me, y'all. But it's 2:51. I haven't eaten anything, and so I'm just getting ready to eat like a half a sandwich. And so I have the keto bread. I just cut one slice in half and just put like a half a slice of cheese and a slice of meat, twinked it, and a little mayo, and that'll be enough for me, because I've been trying to do the 1 meal a day, and I've been doing that pretty successfully. But then there's a part of me that feels like I'm not eating enough, because 1 meal a day is fine when you have a regular appetite, but 1 meal a day and you're not hardly eating anything is probably not enough. So I'm like, okay, let me get a little snack. So this just little half a sandwich will be my snack at 3 o'clock, and it's the first thing I've had today. Like, I haven't had any coffee, anything. The only thing I've had today so far is water. I can't really gauge my energy because I have this little crud going on, so I don't know. I can't blame anything on Ozempic. Like, this all feels like cold, allergies, whatever. So again, can't wait to get my energy up so I can do some exercise, because I can barely breathe. So to be trying to exercise, so I'm sure I'll see better results, even better results, because the results have been good, but I'll see even better results when I start exercising. So yeah, that is the update for, I guess this would be day 8. Not bad. Hey y'all. So week 2 of Wegovy was pretty uneventful. No weight loss. So I actually gained a pound, and then I lost a half pound back. And I really think that that was due to the fact that I had very little movement, because I had that cold or allergies or whatever that I dealt with the entire week. And so I didn't move around a lot, and I was taking medication like the Robitussin and the Theraflu, which I believe is full of sugar. And so I didn't lose anything, but, you know, only up 1 pound, which still means I was down 5.5 pounds from the week before. So not going to complain. Didn't gain anything except for a half a pound. However, I did decide to switch up my injection site and my injection day. And so typically I would have been injecting today, which is Monday, which would have normally been start of week 3. But I decided to inject on Saturday. I did my research, and it said as long as there's been like 2 or 3 days since your last injection, you can go ahead and switch your days. And the reason why I decided to switch is because I'm going to be traveling this Saturday, and I just didn't want to be bothered with taking the pen with me. And so that way I can take the injection right before I leave and just be done with it until I get back. And that was the only reason why I decided to change. And so that's what I did. And I'm going back home. And so, of course, when you go home, there's your favorite things to eat and all of that. And so I figured if I was fresh off a dose when I got home, it would curb my appetite so I wouldn't have the tendency to overeat once I get there. So that was just my thought process. Also, I changed my injection site, and so this was my first time injecting in my arm. So far, I haven't noticed any difference. It didn't hurt anymore, which a lot of people say. I mean, the needle is so small, you barely feel it, and it didn't give me any side effects. And so the only thing I've dealt with so far has been the dry mouth, which that is already a lot better. And it's not really that bad of a thing because you don't want any side effects, but it does cause me to drink more water than I normally would, especially feeling so full. Definitely have noticed the appetite suppression. So again, I think the only reason why I didn't lose any weight was just because of those syrupy, sugary, cough suppressant medications and just the lack of movement. So have not given up on Wegovy or think it doesn't work because took my injection on Saturday and I'm already down a pound and it's only Monday. So yeah, so far so good. Still not sure if I'm going to ask for the step up in the medication because they did give me 3 months of the 0.25. And I feel like I just want to keep rolling with the 0.25 as long as it's working, especially since I already have it. I don't want to waste it with it being in such high demand that almost feels selfish and not right to do that. So my plan, unless I like start gaining weight or just plateau for, several weeks, is just to go ahead and roll out these first 3 months with the 0.25, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I also don't want to lose the weight too fast. I mean, I would love to reach my goal in 3 months, but I know that that's not the healthiest for your body. I want to give myself a chance to gain some muscle mass because I have not been working out at all. It was the plan, but life happened, got sick. So I want to get some workouts in while I'm on the 0.25. Also, there's things like hair loss that can occur when you're taking the medication too fast, losing the weight too fast. And so I'm going to try to do slow and steady. As long as it's working, I'm okay. I'm not, looking for anything unrealistic. So that is the plan. So sorry I don't have a lot to report, but I did commit to documenting this week by week. And so some weeks are going to have more information, I'm sure, than other weeks. And once I get back from this trip, I'm going to implement the exercise regimen with the resistance training as well as the walking and things like that. And so I'll take y'all on some of those journeys with me, show you some of the things that I'm doing to exercise. We'll go on some walks. But with last week, I was just struggling with this cold or allergies or whatever it was. And so I was just happy that I didn't gain anything. And I had like zero appetite with the medication and being sick combined. So there just wasn't a lot to report, but I'm still happy with the progress. And again, I'm down a pound today and I'm 92% back to my normal self. My voice is just about back completely. The congestion is almost gone. So I can't complain, but definitely don't think that it was a Wegovy side effect because my husband ended up getting the same exact crud. And I know a lot of people who had that as well. So I will be back next week with another update. And yeah, thank you so much for following this journey. If you are also on this Wegovy journey or Ozempic or any of the semaglutides, feel free to chime in the comments. Give me any tips. Let me know what you've been feeling. I love the interaction and I appreciate that so much because that's what this is all about, for us to support and help one another. And if you're not yet on one of these journeys and you're considering it, I hope that something that I have said has been educational, impactful in some sort of way, and I wish you all the best. So yeah, please consider hitting the subscribe button if this is your first time on the channel. I would love to have you as a permanent part of this lifer tribe. And y'all know the drill. I love and appreciate each and every one of you to bits and pieces. Always be kind and always love one another. But don't forget to live your life. LYFE. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
I always give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch.